Thank you. My heart is beating very fast, and I am very excited to be here. Hold on. I've imagined myself asking you questions, and every time I ask a question, answer comes. And there's a part of me that knows that, and then there's a part of me that is in the process of constantly understanding it.
Can you hold that thought for just a moment while we insert one small thing?
Sure.
When you imagine, can you accept, just feel it, that when that imagination comes to you, that you are receiving it, not conjuring it?
Yeah. Yes.
Isn't that interesting? In other words, you've prepared the vibration enough that now the idea is exploding in your mind in imagery. This is how thoughts turn to things. Just want to stick that in there, because that once you start, most people think, well, I will script it, I will write it, I will speak it, I will affirm it, I will make it happen. But we're wanting you to realize that you've prepared the atmosphere, and now you're receiving and you're translating the vibration into the imagination that you are describing. That's worth thinking about. Did it change anything here in your question?
It's just, I don't know, stepping on the accelerator as you're going down San Francisco in a good way.
Yeah.
The momentum, I mean.
Yeah.
Two things that I've observed in terms of momentum or receiving energy or receiving thoughts is I've realized that I'm a storyteller, like all of us, and I'm being more conscious of the story I'm telling myself.
It's fun to tell a story, isn't it? And a story is a manifestation,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
And it's a manifestation of your imagination. It's an extension of the way you feel. Because the story you tell isn't creating your mood, it's because of your mood.
Yes. Yes.
Isn't that interesting? When we say tell a different story, it would be better if we said get in the mood to tell the story you want to tell. Because you all think that we want you to tell a different story to change the mood and change the outcome. We want you to tell a different story. We want you to receive a different story. We want you to receive the story like you always do. You can't do it wrong. You're receiving the story that is an example of your mood, of your vibration. What we're talking about starting at the earlier stages, isn't it? Doesn't that sort of make you want to slow down? Don't you want more massages? Don't you want to put your feet in more warm tubs of water? Don't you want to pet your cat more? Don't you want to make love to more people that you are loving? Well, that person that you're loving. Don't you want to do whatever you want to do on that? Don't you want to do more that feels good? Don't you want to do more that feels good? Don't you want to tend to your mood more? Don't you want to take care of that? Don't you want to take care of that basic seed of attraction? We would if we were standing in your physical shoes. Somebody says, you don't have that done yet. I know. Well, you're not doing anything. Yes, I am. What are you doing? I'm preparing to prepare to prepare to prepare. Well, just jump right in and get it done. No. I'm preparing myself for the perfect unfolding. That's what you want to say to your boss. Not you, not you, not you. Esther is not your boss. Don't tell her. You want to tell that to everybody who's trying to boss you around. You want to say, I'm preparing my vibrational atmosphere for the receiving of everything I want, and you will benefit if you'll get off my back.
It's energizing. You said we're trying to get energy by the story we tell, or at least we think that. I think that. And I'm just...
And instead we want to say the story you tell is evidence of where you're at vibrationally. Isn't it?
Yes.
Isn't it? Isn't that pretty obvious to you? So when you hear yourself telling a story that is evidence of something that you don't want to perpetuate, what's the first wise thing that you might do? Stop talking. Stop the perpetuation as best you can. Just stop talking. That will help. Change the subject if you can, but usually when you change the subject, you find the same aspects of a different subject. It's like that person bothers you so much, so you change the subject, and that person bothers you so much, so you change the subject, and then that person bothers you so much. It's hard to change the subject from a person who bothers you to a person who doesn't bother you without being a conditional liver. But when you're a conditional liver of life, then you have no control. So
Yes.
So could you focus on someone that it's easy to feel the way you want to feel? Yeah, that might help. Go ahead.